What's up, internet? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're working on the GSXR, trying to get this thing started, or at least be able to attempt a start. We've got the carburetors back on. In the last video, which it's been a minute, it's been like 3 weeks, maybe a month, the carburetors were leaking. We had to pull the carbs back off and replace some O-rings, put the carburetors back on the bike. We've tested that. They are no longer leaking. Yes. The fuel pump seems to be working. The fuel pump rebuild seems to be good. That's not leaking. So we're set to go there on the fuel side, and we're having issues with the starter motor. I don't know if it's the starter motor or if it's the starter relay. We're going to start with the relay, check that. If that passes all the tests, then we're going to assume there's something wrong with the starter motor, and we'll pull that off and just go from there. This should be hopefully the last gremlin before we actually can get this thing fired up. So let's get into it, man. Starter relay looks like it checks out. We did the ohms resistance test, and we got 3.9 to 4 ohms of resistance, and the service manual calls for 3 to 5, so we should be good there. 30 amp fuse looks like it's still good. Why wouldn't it be? It's just been sitting around for 15 years. So we're going to go ahead and put this back on the bike and move towards the starter motor. All right, we got the starter motor off of the bike. It's on the bench. We're going to test it real quick, see if it's still working. We've got a battery charger. We're set at a 2 amp, which is pretty low. Remember, the starter relay had a 30 amp fuse in it, but hopefully 2 amps is enough just to see if the motor's going to turn. And one thing that kind of sucks about this setup is there's no on-off switch for the battery charger. So once we plug it in, it's hot. So don't try this at home, man. You ready? You ready, cameraman?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Ready?
Let's do it.
Oh, shit. Okay. 2 amps, here we go. Got the ground on the battery, or the starter motor mount. It turns. There it is. Starter motor works, which begs the question, what the hell's wrong?
Problem ended up being that guy. That's right, me. Monkey Butt was the problem. I don't recall needing to pull the clutch in to start the bike when it's in neutral. It's possible that I just don't remember. It's also possible that I have a problem with one of the other sensors. There's a clutch sensor, there's a kickstand sensor. All of those sensors are part of the starter motor circuit and part of the troubleshooting process. But at the end of the day, all I had to do was pull the stinking clutch in. It wasn't the starter relay, it wasn't the starter motor, it was the idiot human.
We're gonna start this bitch today. Fuck yeah.
Are you excited to start your Gixxer?
Oh my god, yes. I'm so excited. It's been way too long.
Can you tell me about the emotions that went through your that went through you as you started it up?
You mean just now, like
Yeah,
the start?
yeah, just hearing it.
It was just holy shit. Did I just hear what I heard? That's literally is like, oh my god, it turned. The engine turned over. Didn't fire, but it turned over. So yeah, I think it's time, man. I think it's time to crank this sucker. I don't want to open the garage yet because it's pretty cold out there. I got the heater on. It's in the middle of Maine. I got that stupid heater on. Colorado can be really, really frustrating sometimes. It's like 36 degrees maybe. I think the high today was like 40. So it's really chilly out. It's overcast, rainy. So until this thing actually fires and starts to stink, I'm gonna wait to open the garage till that point. So holy shit balls! Here we go. Chokes on. Oh yeah, I gotta pull the clutch. I don't remember having to do that. I don't want to keep cranking it for too long because the starter motor will heat up, the starter relay will get too hot.
Should you twist the throttle just a little bit, or would that?
Not
help?
at first. I'm
No?
gonna see if just at the full choke,
Okay.
she'll turn over, or at least try and turn over. That was with a crack of the throttle. We're almost there.
Yeah.
I can hear her. She's trying. Come on, baby. Crank it once with throttle wide open.
Oh man.
Smell some fuel. Whoa,
Oh, it's getting there.
Close. That was close.
In there.
Okay. Outran that first section.
Oh.
So. Alright, one more time. And I'm gonna have to put the charger on pretty soon. Full choke. It's alive!
Woo! Oh yeah.
It's running like crap, but it's alive!
Yep, that's good.
It runs. I'm stoked, man. That's progress. That's a big hurdle. I got to figure out why that number 3 cylinder isn't firing, but the other 3 pipes are pretty hot. So it's good, man. It's good. All I had to do is pull in the clutch. Just pull in the clutch. All right. Yeah, it runs. Like a 3-legged dog, but it runs. Yeah, it stinks in there, man.
It does.